wasn't one big trade that changed everything. It was a moment, actually, I almost quit. It wasn't some big breakthrough, no single trade where everything suddenly clicked. In fact, when things started to work for me, it didn't even feel like exciting, you know? Before that point, I'd spent a long time just doing what most traders do, jumping between strategies, changing things quickly, looking for something that would just work, you know? And I remember hitting a point where I was just tired of it, tired of second guessing, tired of starting over again, having gotten wiped out, tired of feeling like I was getting nowhere. I guess that's probably, the point where most people usually quit, and I've done videos on that in the past. Instead of quitting, I just did something different. I stopped looking for something new. I took one approach. The approach I use is fibs. It's only all I use. I decided to stick with it. It was clicking already, I guess, anyway. But because I knew it would work, I'd back tested it. I could see there was consistency. But because I knew constantly change things wasn't going to work anyway. And that's when, things started to shift. Not overnight, not like dramatically, but slowly. And, it started to make more sense. I suppose you start seeing it for trading for what it is, which is just betting on a 50-50 bet. It can make go up or down, So you see the patterns, the same setups, the same behaviors in the market, particularly Bitcoin. I know so much about the nuances of Bitcoin these days, and again, and more importantly, it just started to trust what I was doing, stopping looking at other traders, stopping looking for, other guys to kind of give me some confidence or confluence in what I was doing. That was a big change. It felt real, not the results, the trust. Because once you trust the process, you stop hesitating, you stop, overthinking things, over trading, over analysing. You stop interfering basically with your system, and that's when consistency starts to build. For me, that moment didn't look like success. It just looked like simplicity, and this is what I keep saying on my videos. Trading should be simple. It looked like doing less, but just doing it better. And, I guess that's a super important element. Funnily enough, that shift in trading, the same shift that led to this life, just kids, lands, dogs, it's not straight. Look like, it certainly isn't Lambos in Dubai, but here, look, I'm just chilling. We've got this big plot of land we're going to be building a house on at some point. Just no mortgage, doing what we like doing, growing food, looking after our animals, you know. So less noise, less chasing, more structure, more intention. Most people think the breakthrough in trading is something big, but it isn't. It's usually the moment you stop searching for, crazy setups and start committing. And for that point, everything just starts to build, Anyway, guys, you like that one? Catch you on the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe, give us a wee comment. It helps.